Naka-mute pala ako. Okay. I keep doing that. Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to MarkyTalk NEXT. That's right. The format is a little bit different tonight for those of you who have been watching MarkyTalk for the past several months, actually, since we've been doing this kind of online content around July of last year. Okay. But what we do is we experiment. Sinusubukan po natin ng iba't ibang klaseng content. If you're not yet familiar, go and check it out on our Market Talk page on Facebook. Tonight, we're going to be doing something different. Okay, this is kind of like, think of it as an insider scoop on what is happening next. That's why this is called Market Talk Next. And what does that mean? New events and exciting teasers. I know, yung expo medyo pinilit lang for the acronym. Alam niyo naman po ang Lolo Mark nyo, mahilig sa acronym. New events and exciting teasers. So that's what we want to do. We might be doing this as a weekly thing. And we want to also use this platform as some kind of a, oops, bakit ako naka-standby pa? Live na eh, naka-standby pa. We want to also use this as a community bulletin board, so to speak. What do we mean by that? If you have something to promote, an event, a show, a seminar, anything that's online, ebooks, and we're going to be doing that. We're going to be talking about an exciting book. Okay, and speaking of that book, we are giving away free ebooks tonight. Okay? So if you're watching, magparamdam na po kayo sa ating comment section because in a short while, I'm going to be telling you about that book that we are giving away. Anyway, I'm going a little bit ahead of myself. As I was saying, this is also a community billboard. We want to invite you to promote your events here on Market Talk Next. Anything under the sun that you feel is interesting, exciting, get it out here. And we want to help you. Sino po ba ang magtutulungan kundi tayo mga online community group? Hindi po ba? At simulan na natin because we have so many things to talk about. I have a co-host with me tonight. I hope ito ay maligawan ko na maging regular co-host na. Always a joy to have her. She is such a brilliantly talented, funny, intelligent lady. No? Alam po ninyo yun. We recently had a one-on-one session with her, okay, just a couple of weeks ago. And I'm sure the internet loves her. Please welcome Carla Martinez.
Hi, Derek! Derek, bakit naman lolo ka? Hindi ka naman lolo?
Ay,
Ano
hindi
ko,
ba?
lola? Hindi. Sa
Hindi.
amin, you'll always be Direct Mark. Okay, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat na laging nanonood dito sa MarkyTalk. Please, lagi niyo pong suportahan ito. It's a beautiful venue for, ako na-excite kanina eh. Ako na-excite na narinig ko backstage, no? Kaya sabi ko, ipaparamdam ako sa iyo, e-book.
Yeah.
Magparamdam ka. Diba? Yung e-book na free. Kaya, yung nagsusubaybay sa atin o nanonood sa atin ngayon might get a free e-book.
That's right. It's actually available on Amazon. Okay, but we are going to give them away for free. If you go to Amazon, of course, you have to pay. Diba? But we are giving away free copies of that e-book. Okay, how will you be able to get that book? Basta cute ang iyong comment. Okay na yun. Just kidding.
Cute lang ang comment? Cute?
The most interesting comment we find, pipili po tayo ng mga tatlo. Okay? Siguro we can give away 3 or 4 ebooks. And that tatlo na lang kasi yung isa gusto ko ibigay kay Carla. Okay. So, we're gonna give away kasi
excited.
5 yun eh. 5 yung slots, 5 yung books na binili ko. So, 1 for me, 1 for Carla. 3 na lang po ang pag-aagawan ninyo. Okay. So, how will that work? We're just gonna be reading comments as it goes along, no? During the discussion, may lalabas po ng comments. At kung magustuhan ni Carla, ikaw ang judge, Carla, ha? Kung magustuhan ni Carla ang comments ninyo, then you later on. But okay, not to preempt myself and the discussion, it is written by a dear friend of mine. And it's available on Amazon. How cool is that? So, simulan na natin. Our first event, Carla, that we'll be talking
Yes
about
po.
is from a group called, wait, let me just bring it up a little bit. There you go. Chancel Repertory Theater. Okay, this
Ooh,
is
yes.
another theater company. I'm sure you've heard of them, Carla. And to
Yes,
that,
yes. They're my friends. They're my
yeah,
friends.
how cool is that?
Yes.
We're going to be talking to two of their o- uh, officers. Okay, I don't know what they're called now. Board members, officers, or mga dakilang alala. Hindi ko alam kung anong tawag nila sa sarili nila. But here they are. Please welcome Elizabeth Chua.
Hello, good evening. Hello, Miss Carla. Hello, Mark. Direct Mark.
Hello, Beth! My
Hello.
gosh! It's so nice to have you here. Sabi ko, mga kaibigan ko yan eh.
Yeah. Uy, teka, mukhang
Thank you.
nawala. Mukhang nawala yung isa. So mukhang ikaw lang muna ngayon,
Saan?
Elizabeth, no? So let's wait. For,
Who's
well,
the
if
other
she comes
one,
in,
Direk?
Nanelle Arcayan, she was already here, but I think she
Okay.
got disconnected. Anyway,
Mm-mm.
the reason, Carla, why I invited Elizabeth and Nanelle to join us, even
Mm-hmm.
just for a few minutes to chat with us here, is because they have been doing something amazing online every month. Every
Di
month
ba?
without fail. Except for that one month na tinamad sila. Sorry, nagpahinga sila. Nagpahinga sila, no? Yeah. But they have been doing something. The Chancel Repertory Theater had been exploring the possibilities of the internet. Although I'm not saying sila lang po yun, no? Hanga ako sa lahat ng mga theater groups who are just pushing the envelope. You know what I mean? Who are not allowing the
Yes.
pandemic to stop us from putting out creative
Yes.
content. And Chancel Repertory Theater is one of those. So it's been in the forefront of bringing uh, theater their way, their style. And Elizabeth, habang ikaw pa lang at wala si Nanel, tell
It's
us a
okay.
little bit. Okay, iiwan ko muna kayo. Carla, ikaw mag-interview kay Elizabeth, ha?
Yes, yes.
I will
Beth,
just
I'll
take...
call you Beth.
Thank you.
Pwede ba? Ano bang tawag
Pwede.
sa'yo, Elizabeth?
Ang dami. Usually
Ha?
people, Chancel people calls me by my Chinese name.
Which
Even
is?
Mark calls me that.
Which
Yulu.
is?
Yulu.
Yulu. So,
Yulu.
okay.
Yeah.
Yulu. Yulu?
Yes.
Yulu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yulu.
What does
That's my
Yulu
Chinese.
mean? What does Yulu mean in Chinese?
Fine jade. Fine jade.
Talaga namang mukha kang Jade. Talaga naman, Yulu. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm so happy that we're together here because, of course, I've been very familiar with Chancel. I've been invited, many times we were at the Music Museum one
Yes.
time, I think, with sila ni En Chang, Kaimo. Correct?
Yes.
Do you
Yes.
remember
We
that?
met
Nag-fifth
in her
freeze.
house also. Remember? You were
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Si Yul.
Oh,
Yes.
That was wonderful time.
Anong tawag mo sa kanya, Direk? Anong tawag mo sa kanya,
Yulu.
Direk?
Yulu. Pero
Yulu. You know what it
pag-spell
means,
ko,
right?
yeah, I heard it. I was
Alam mo
just
ba what
off
it
for a while
means,
too.
like?
Yes.
Yeah. So Yulu, you can actually, because I'm so excited when Direcna said that you as in the performing arts, especially in theater, is really doing a lot of streamlining. Yet I mean streamlining or
You-
using
Streaming. Yeah.
I like to
yeah,
share
stream.
something about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So can you tell us, please?
This is really amazing. During the pandemic, the first few months, so a lot of us are not working, right? So
Yeah,
initially I said, okay, there's nothing we can do.
yeah.
What can we do? We cannot perform on stage. But the Lord is so amazing. He touched our hearts. And I was thinking, why can't we? Do we just stop everything? This ministry just stop? What if the thing that came to my mind is like the 1918 pandemic. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Spanish flu. It is not
Yes.
just a few months. It was 2 years,
Years.
right?
2 years.
So
Yes.
I was just thinking, what if this is like that? Let's say even if it's just 1 year, are we going to stop spreading this gospel just because we don't have the venue? So the Lord touched our hearts, and we think of maybe we can do something online. If I look back, I don't have any idea how to do it. Okay, we just thought of, let's think of something. Let's think of some skits. Let's do it. Then we invited Stephen Conde to help us also. He also doesn't have the idea, but everything is like, it just fell on our lap. The Lord just inspired us, and we came up with the first one. We came up with the first one about eternal life insurance skit. We invited Mr. Valvicna and Palm Imperial to be our actors. It's so amazing. We don't have any idea. We don't know how to do it. The Lord just guided us. So we just follow. We just do it. And then the second month, it became easier already. Then we thought of putting up songs also, and together with some skits
Wow.
and some testimonies, things like that.
So
So
it was a musical. It was a musical.
no, every month is different. Some are skits, some are
Okay.
song with some
Okay.
testimony, or some like
Galing.
Christmas. We have a children's story, and then with a Christmas song, like things like that. So
Yeah.
do I
Yes.
talk about the upcoming? Not yet. Okay,
Yeah. Wait.
surprise.
Okay. Joining us to
Alam mo,
talk about.
Yulu, yeah, okay.
Wait,
We
Carla.
have our other guest. Yes.
Yeah, Nanel Arcayan is here to join us. Okay, so let's bring her into the discussion. Nanel.
Hello, hello.
Hi,
There
Mic
you
test,
go.
mic
Manel.
test.
Yeah. Hi, Nanel. Okay.
Hi,
Here. Oh,
Nanel.
okay. She's having difficulty with her connection.
Yeah.
So every month, Carla, they have been doing this. But Elizabeth, let's backtrack a little bit for the sake of those who are listening who may not be familiar with Chancel Repertory Theater. The experience that you were talking about when all of a sudden the pandemic hit all of us like
Mhm.
like a block on the head, and then the theater community all of a sudden stopped. I
Yeah,
have so many friends which are supposed to open on the day that the
yeah,
quarantine officially
yeah,
began. They had a technical rehearsal the night before, and then they could not go on. People have been working for many months, working on a project, and all of a sudden, everything just was paralyzed. And it's a common experience of the theater community. Okay, for the sake of uh, discussion only, ministry such as Chancel Repertory Theater and mainstream theater. Pero talaga pong nabaldado
Yes.
tayo. Kasama na rin yung concert events, everything that is live. Sobra pong naapektuhan tayo. So this thing that Elizabeth was talking about is something that kind of brought the artistic community together. Like, hey, what are we going to do? At totoo naman na in a way, the Christian ministry, medyo huli tayo konti sa ating response. But we have people from CCP who were already exploring it, and wala tayong manual to learn all this. Tama si Elizabeth. We
yeah.
had to learn it. There's no manual na how to do virtual performance during a pandemic. You were saying that you remember the 1918 pandemic. Abuhay ka na pala na, Elizabeth, ha?
No, of course not.
De,
Wow, it would be
narinig lang
amazing.
niya.
I'll be 100 years old.
Nabalitaan na niya. Oo, nabalitaan na niya. Pero di ba, talagang wala eh. Wala tayong opportunity. But now, thank God for technology. Thank
Yes.
God for this.
Yes.
Now we are learning. We still have a lot to learn. No, okay. I think Nanelle is okay now. Let's try to bring her in. Nanelle, if you can,
Ang ano
because
lang
Nanelle
talaga
is the one
natin,
in charge
Off your phone.
we are in the
at the
mercy of
mercy.
our network. Of our,
Oo,
yun lang ang ating problema, no?
tama. Third
Oh,
world
Nanel, where's
reality.
Nanel? Yes,
Okay.
Nanel,
Sige.
where are you again?
While she's trying to get in, Elizabeth, can you tell us about what's happening for your next offering?
Okay. Our next offering is a skit that talks about pain. Okay. Now, sometime
Ooh.
again, Ninel's there. You want to talk about it?
I think
About
she's
the
still okay.
okay,
You just
the
sing it.
skit, and then followed, yeah,
Keep going.
and followed by a song that we love so much. We first presented this play, The Choice, and inside that musical, one of the best, one of the song that we love so much is entitled "I Choose Jesus." You know,
Yeah.
we have a skit and then we have a song followed followed after the skit. Yes, we're so
Yeah.
excited because this skit, it talks about pain. We all of us are going through pain at this time of our
Yeah.
lives. Yeah, I'm sure pain that you cannot talk about. Jesus also went through that pain, but the pain does
Mm.
not stop there. Life does not stop there on the pain. After the pain, there is something good came out of it. So I'm not going to tell more about it because I want
Okay.
you to watch it.
Yes.
It will come
Not
out
to preempt
just
it.
yes, and it will come out March next week, end of what do you call it? Next weekend. Next weekend. Okay.
Okay. And this
Eh,
is in preparation for the Lenten
no,
season.
yes, and the song we have three special guest singers. We're so excited. We're
Yeah.
so uh,
Excellent singers.
blessed with these three singers. They're very powerful singers. When I listen to the raw, what do you call this? Raw
Video.
video. No, not the video, the audio. I have
Okay.
goosebumps. It's not
Uh-huh.
about singing so well. Yes, they sang so well, but it's also the spirit was there. All of us
Yeah.
It's
felt
about
it.
the heart. It's their
Yes,
heart.
the sincerity of the heart singing out that song, I Choose Jesus. It's a song that you cannot sing lying to yourself. It's a song that you have to sing
Yeah.
with conviction. Our
Mhm.
special guest is Mr. Yudi Palaruan and
Woohoo!
Mr. Ers Lumawag and
Yeah.
Mr. Neo Rivera. So we're
I-
so happy really to
if I may
gather them
interject,
together.
these are world class
Yeah,
singers.
yeah,
Yeah, really, really. You got to hear them. These are
yeah.
world class singers.
Mhm.
Yes.
Please invite
You wanna
them. When
sing?
is it going to be? When is this going to
Yeah.
be?
We hope to put it up on March 26th, the day before Palm Sunday. Okay,
Oh,
let's
okay.
pray that
So don't
everything will
forget the
go
rest
well.
so you can yeah.
I will. We're gonna promote it, and we're gonna be
March.
helping you.
Yeah.
Well, Market Talk had always been supportive of Chancel Repertory Theater. Even showing yung mga past episodes nila, I asked permission to even show it live during our broadcast. But this is something
Yeah.
that you should watch out for. No, a few lines,
Yes.
Elizabeth. You wanna
Yes.
sing a few lines? I know you're a very good singer as
Naku,
well.
no! Some say life is just a series of decisions. We make choices, we live and learn. Now I'm standing at the crossroad, and I must choose which way to turn. There,
Thank
that's the
you.
start of that
Thank you.
song.
Oh. Woo!
Then
But then I put her.
you should
Uh,
listen to the chorus. It's really
I'll
so
try. I'll try the chorus.
yes, Mark. Oh, Mark directed the first time when we
Jesus,
attended the party.
I choose Jesus without a solitary doubt. I choose Jesus. Yan, ganda lang.
Yes. Wow, maganda. Ang galing
Ganda,
ni
ganda.
Mark.
I hope
Pero
I'll
Mark
be able to
directed
sing that
that
one day.
play. Yes.
I
Oh,
the
hope to
first,
sing that song
one of
one
these
day.
days, we will
yeah,
invite you, Miss Carla. Okay?
wow.
Salamat, Elizabeth.
That's a yes
Salamat.
Okay,
already. Okay.
okay. So before we let Elizabeth go, one more time, Elizabeth, tell them first about Cross. What is the C.R.O.S.S project? And then invite them to this upcoming Cross episode.
Okay. Cross means Chancel Repertory online, online series,
Streaming,
stream series. Okay.
stream
Streaming
series.
Yeah.
Uh,
series. That's on
Sorry.
FB,
Suddenly,
Elizabeth, up in
uh,
FB.
yes, in Chancel Repertory FB page, and also we will also put it up in YouTube. You just look for
Good.
Chancel
So that if they
Repertory.
have missed at least your shows, they can watch it on
Yes,
YouTube.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think
so friends, don't forget, supportahan po natin ang Chancel Repertory. They make fantastic productions, and it's not just about producing. It's really
yeah.
about bringing people to the Lord.
Yes, I think Nanel is able to connect finally. Okay, nakabol. Nanel, we've been talking about Cross,
Yes,
and I know that you
finally.
are the production
Oh my
manager.
goodness.
Finally, you're
Yeah,
here.
Yes.
Nanel.
finally.
Nanel Arcayan is one of our actresses also in MarkyTalk. Okay, in case you missed her, she was featured in, anong play ka? Pamilya
Uh,
Magdangal?
Dago.
Dago. Ay,
Oh, nawala
nawala na
na
naman.
naman si Nanel.
Oo. Okay, in-out mo ba siya? Hindi. Akala ko in-out ni Jeff. Nanel Arcayan was in Dago,
Oops.
and then she is now the production manager of this. Okay, sige, final words habang nandiyan ka. Nanel, go. Invite them.
Ayun lang, watch out for Cross episode 8. This is our Lenten offering. It will be out sometime March 27 or March 28. It is
26.
Palm Sunday.
I thought
26. Basta somewhere that.
26?
28.
March
26
26?
is a Saturday. 27
Yes.
is Palm Sunday. Yeah. Either
Yeah,
26 or
So it's gonna be at 26 and 27. 2 days po.
No, it's
Basta
gonna
26,
run.
27.
And then, Carla,
We can
once
keep
it's out
watching
there,
it.
it's gonna run forever until the Lord comes.
Yes.
Yes.
True,
Once
Please
it's
true.
watch
out
it
there.
also at the
Online.
YouTube.
Yeah. It's
We have a
online
clean.
till Kingdom Come.
We have a special speaker. Nanel, can you tell them who?
Oh yeah,
He will
we have
also
a
be
very
in.
young pastor from Cabanatuan City, Pastor Carl Pasqua. I don't know if you've heard about him. Yun. So
He will be
he's
there
going to
also.
clinch the Readers Theater. It's actually a
Yeah.
back-to-back presentation, a Readers Theater, the first part, and it will be followed immediately with the song "I Choose Jesus." So special.
Yeah.
We're
So
very
something
excited.
to watch out for. And if you missed the past productions of Chancel Repertory's Cross, go and check it out.
Yes.
It's still there, guys. This is already their
Yes.
8th
All 7
episode.
episodes.
So there are 7 episodes already out there. Check it out. You will not only be entertained, you will be
It's
inspired.
the 8th.
Pang
It's the
8 na ito.
8th
Yeah,
episode.
so there are
Pang
7
8
episodes
episode.
out
Mark
there.
is correct.
Hopefully not just inspired,
The
but they
8th.
will be affected. We will affect lives
Yes.
Tama.
for the Lord.
Yes.
Tama.
You'll be
Thank,
blessed.
Yun yung
You will
objective.
surely be blessed.
thank you so
To
much,
compel
Thank you
Elizabeth.
for inviting us, Mark.
Thank you,
Thank you for
Thank
Dan.
you so
Thank
much,
you, Miss
Annelle.
Carla.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. I
Thank
hope to
you.
see you and
Thank
work
you.
with you one day.
Oo nga.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Do I?
So, bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So those are our friends from Chancel Repertory Theater.
Repertory.
And now
Yes.
we're gonna bring you this. Brace yourself for a special video from Tanghalang Ateneo. Pasok.
Mga taga-Timog, ipagpaumanhin ang aking pagkaatrasado, ngunit ikatuwang lubos ang handog ko sa inyo. Ang Pangulo, Edipo.
May salot na wari nag-aapoy na dambuhalang lumilingkis sa bayan.
Ikaw ang kaaway mo. Itigil itong palatuntunan. Sa ngalan ng Diyos, maniwala, Edipo.
Hindi ako naniniwalang hindi ito ang pinakamahusay na maaaring gawin ko. Huwag na akong turuan, iginigit pa pangangatwil mo kangal.
Dahil alam kong mali ka.
Tama ako, alam ko.
Sa tingin mo, hindi sa tingin ko.
Wow. Okay, Carla,
Wow, that's from Ateneo? That's an
Yes.
Ateneo.
my theater group. That's where I came from.
Wow, my God.
Uh,
So guess
100 years
si
ago.
Marian.
Marian Rivera
100
is part of
years.
the cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100 years ago, I was the president of Tanghalang Ateneo during my time.
100
100 years.
years ago. So what
And
does that make
joining,
me, ha? Sakit mo magsalita, ha?
so ito po ang
So,
Oedipus
bago ito,
Rex.
Direk? Bago
Yes,
ba ito? Bago ito
bago
ngayon?
ito. And this is
Wow.
actually an extension, an online extension of Oedipus Rex. And take note of the stylized spelling. But this is based on William Shakespeare's Oedipus Rex. Tama ba ako? Okay. And then Sophocles.
Yes.
Sophocles, hindi kay William Shakespeare. Ano ba ako? Sandali, bago ako pumalpak sa
Hindi Shakespeare.
pag-describe. By Sophocles. Bago ako pumalpak sa
Yes,
pag-describe,
Sophocles.
tawagin natin the director and the writer. Please welcome my dear friend, Ron Capinding.
Good evening po. Good
Welcome,
evening,
Ron.
Mark. Good evening, Miss Carla.
Ron.
Good evening to the
Hi.
listeners
Hi,
of
Ron.
MarkyTalk. Hello. Narinig, am I heard? Am I heard? Am I clear?
Yes,
Yes.
I can
Very
hear you.
clear.
Loud and clear.
Thank you for this
Yeah.
chance to speak about Password Oedipus Rex.
Yeah. Grabe, binulabog nyo ang MarkyTalk, ha? That video alone is like so visually shattering, auditorily shattering. Ron, you've been
Yes.
doing, Tanghalang Ateneo has been doing revisitations or, redesign. I don't know what you want to call it. Sometimes you distort it. Like I saw you, Tanghalang Ateneo, do that for Richard III, right? They
Yeah.
did one, the Richard III. I saw you there. That was amazing. That by itself was parang, wow, this is a new take. Kaya na-confuse ako. This is a new take on William Shakespeare's Richard III, where they were able to relate that script. Imagine, Carla, how creative Tanghalang Ateneo is. They were able to relate Richard III into modern day Filipino politics. And that was amazing.
Okay.
But now, Ron,
Okay.
I think this is an absolute marvel. Tell us about Oedipus Rex.
Yeah. Before I proceed with Oedipus Rex, Richard III
Yeah.
was offered by World Theater Project and the Arete. Arete is not
okay.
the Tanghalang Ateneo, but most
Okay.
cast members there were from Tanghalang Ateneo. But
Okay.
usually we participate in Anton Juan's World Theater Project, and it
I
was
see.
also co-produced by Arete, which is the new Ateneo. Where
That's the new
Ricky Abad,
Ateneo.
Arts Hub. The Arts Hub.
arts building, where
Tama.
Ricky Abad is the artistic director. But for this
Tama.
Password Oedipus Rex, like Mark Aranat, I'm an alumnus of Tanghalang Ateneo. I was invited to direct even before pandemic by Tanghalang Ateneo. And then suddenly we had to halt all the plans for this season because nagkaroon nga ng pandemic. And I was listening to you a while ago, Mark. We had a show, Tanghalang Ateneo, not me, no, had a show that was about to open in 3 days before the quarantine was announced. So
Imagine
their among
that.
badly hit. So I think they already spent everything for promos, for costumes, for set, and then they just weren't able to proceed with that. And so they told me last year, halt na muna tayo, Ron. Baka di na sabi ng artistic director, Gilan Luarca, no? Pero come May, sabi niya, let's proceed with this, Sir Ron. Sabi sa akin ni Gilan, let's have a play because we cannot just stop theater at this point. So sabi ko, I've been seeing a lot of readings and I was thinking, what if I write something for this medium? I'd like to tell a story told through Zoom meetings. So I was trying to write something original. And as I was writing something original, I was thinking of 40-year-old men talking through Zoom and fixing their issues when they were high school. I was already writing something like that. But while in my page 4, I think of the thing I was writing, sabi ko, teka, Oedipus Rex. Oedipus Rex is a classic play that is one-on-one meetings, public addresses. It would work really well for a Zoom meeting style. And I just had to modernize it to have an excuse for the characters to be in Zoom and to be distant from each other. And very well, because Oedipus Rex is also having an epidemic in its setting. So it was so easy. And the thing I didn't want to show anything that is not using Zoom. In fact, the ones who have seen this already were having a hard time labeling it. Is this film or is this theater? This is not film.
Yeah.
And this is theater because the piece is the most classic theater piece, I think. The actors are all theater. I am a theater person. I directed it. So even if you say it's film, I don't have the language and the jargon of cinema. So I was just, and everyone has seen it, sabi nila, this is theater, but it is through Zoom meetings.
And I
So
call it a hybrid, Ron. I call it a hybrid. But
yeah,
your experience,
exactly. But
we are
it's
redefining it. So this is,
yeah,
it's even closer, actually, Ron. It's even closer to the genre of the old style radio drama, where you
yes.
have,
I
right? So it's a hybrid of film, television, because of the limitation of our framing in our box, theater, and radio drama. So
yes.
let history
And some
decide
people even call
what
it
to call
new
this now.
format
Yeah,
because
new format.
the frames on the screen, like our three frames now in the screen, are
Yeah,
like they have blockings. They move like that. So it's
true.
like implementing. Yeah. So meron pa, parang
Oo.
halo-halo nga. So I was just so not challenged, but
Okay, I think
inspired.
Carla,
I,
are you
Yeah.
still there?
yes,
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
still here.
Go
I think,
ahead,
Ron, yes,
Carla.
it really has, what has happened to us has really brought out such a challenge in the creative arts,
Yeah.
because of, the limitations. Of course,
Yeah.
yes, we have the advantage because now we are able to reach more people. You understand what I'm
Yes.
trying to say? They
Yeah.
don't have to
Yeah.
be there physically. Okay?
Correct.
They don't have to
Correct.
be
Correct.
there physically. Although, of course, iba talaga yung physical contact, even we do
Of
theater or when we
course.
do movies or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but even doing this on Zoom or whatever, it
Yeah.
makes, as a director, as a writer,
Yeah.
it brings out, it challenges you. Sabi mo nga
Yes.
nagsusulat
Yeah.
ka and you were thinking what to write and the inspiration came. So
Yes.
even that,
I couldn't agree more, Miss Carla.
was meant
Uh,
for that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. When this has become an opportunity to the point of sounding baka insensitive, pasensya na po sa iba, no? This pandemic this setback has become an opportunity. Imagine for the first time, I was able to put together theater actors who have been in a hiatus. They cannot act anymore kasi
Yeah.
one is in La Union, one is in Baguio,
Correct.
one is in,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
even Marian Rivera, who is now at her home, cannot accept any offer like this that kung hindi pandemic. So this has become an
Yes.
opportunity also.
That's true.
So
That's
and
true. It's
also,
You're
like
right.
we are breaking open the boundaries.
Mm-mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
There
exactly.
used to be
Diba?
boundaries.
And then and
Opportunity.
I honestly didn't want to do something like film. Baka sabihin nila inferior sa film. So didn't ako sa direction na yon. So it's really totally new, a new format that has no precedent. There's no precedent. So when you watch it, this is so
True.
fresh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yes.
So
True.
it's
Yes.
like other people suddenly just celebrating possibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Recently,
excited to watch it, Ron.
Yes,
yeah.
please.
I'm
Recently,
excited.
It's running until
recently,
until March 21. It is running
that's
until
right.
March 20. And then when you watch it, it's a ticket2me.net. No, of course the dates here are February 22, 25, 27,
Old
and we did
poster to.
extended. Next lumang poster yan at aabot na kami sa March 20. When you get a ticket at ticket2me.net, it will allow you to watch it, to have access to it for 24 hours, just like Netflix.
Okay.
You can stop,
Yeah.
pause, repeat, watch
Yes.
it in your own device, but for
In your
24
own time,
hours.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and
Galing.
there's subtitles because it's Rolando Tino's Tagalog, Filipino.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
actually
Rolando Tino.
in the
Okay, yeah.
reviews. That is one thing
Amazing.
that they're praising, that the exquisite Filipino and so on and so forth. Yeah, it's really something I was initially very excited about, and then after that, when the finished product was finished, was completed, sabi ko, I'm so proud of this. This is my proudest project to date. So I really want a lot of people I value to watch this, see this, sana, and it's
Yeah.
on until March 21. Yeah.
I have a big regret, Ron.
Congratulations, Ron.
I have a
Congratulations.
I have
Thank
a
you,
big
Miss Carla.
regret. Di ba
Ano,
nagkaroon ng reunion? Nagkaroon ng online reunion ng Tanghalang Ateneo, I think February, and it's a
yes.
reunion siya. And then part of that, it was a whole day event, and part of that
Yeah.
is an exclusive screening for that.
Yeah, premiere, parang premiere before
Premiere,
our play
yeah,
dates.
it was like a premiere. So I already had it in my calendar. I already blocked off that day. I'm gonna be attending the Tanghalang Ateneo reunion. For some reason, I
I
slept
need to
the whole
say,
day.
Yes.
Kasi
We are
sabi mo
both alumni.
100 years old ka na eh, no? Sabi
Oo
mo
nga
direct,
eh.
100 years old ka.
Ako
So
mga,
Ron also
ako mga
100 years old ka,
ako
no?
mga 75 years.
founders ba kayo?
Oo, mga Si
Founders
Shot
ba kayo?
Kabigting was there.
Natin eh.
Shot Kabigting was there, Mark.
Wow,
Shot,
yun ang mga kabatch
was
ko.
there. Oo, yung mga kabatch. So ako naman, Miss Stella, ano ako, mga 70 years ago naman ako naging president.
We're exaggerating.
And it was also kind of parang going back to our alma mater na nalugi dun sa kanilang last project. So sino pang tutulong? Mga alumni na. So lahat,
Tama.
ako sila Jake Mercano, sina Marlon Rivera, all these people that are so hard to bring together para tumulong. So
Yes.
it's
Okay, Ron.
really a passion project. Yeah.
Before we let you go,
Yes.
Teka, nag-freeze si
Okay.
si Direct.
So,
But
okay.
okay.
Check it out. Can you hear me now, Carla?
Yes.
Check it
We
out.
can hear
Here
you.
now.
Okay. There is a Facebook page called Tanghalang Ateneo. The details are there. Just check it out. Okay. Pakalat-kalat lang po kami sa social media. Hindi kami mahirapan na. Mahirapan natin.
Yeah,
No?
I think
And
there's
then
also a Twitter page. There's also a Twitter page, and then there's also an Instagram. Pero ako, FB lang din ako eh. I'm a tito eh. I'm not a digital native. I am FB. and Tanghalang Ateneo has an FB page. Even the cast members, their profile pictures and cover photo, the caption there bears the link to to acquiring a ticket. Yeah. So please watch it. This is something very inspiring and very relevant. You can read the reviews that have come out, and they are really they find it groundbreaking. Groundbreaking pala yung nagawa namin.
Wow.
Because we just did it with so much love, with so much love and passion, and with the resolve that no, theater can never be paralyzed. We have to proceed.
Ron, with something that you started, I pray and hope that it will open to more productions for you.
Yes.
For Ateneo Tanghalan, and it will make others brave, brave enough and be challenged to be able to do something like this. And I hope to work with you one day. Ito na naman ako.
Yes, of course, Miss Carla. I remember, Miss Carla Martinez. and Mark Arnal, remember, Direct Mark.
Pati kay Mark. Si Direct Mark din.
Kami din Direct Mark, we were discussing a project already. We were discussing William, right? Pero naudlot lang eh. You remember?
Yes. That was supposed to be my special project for my students. William the Musical. Okay, for those of you who may not know, Ron Capending wrote that amazing rap musical called William. One of these days, gagawin ko. Gagawin ko yun, Ron.
So, hope to work with you, Ron. Hope to work with you.
Yes, Miss Carla. Thank you to this to MarkyTalk.
One more time. Congratulations for Oedipus Rex. One more time, we're gonna be playing the trailer video. Okay.
Mga taga-Timog, ipagpaumanhin ang aking pagka-atrasado, ngunit ikatuwang lubos ang handog ko sa inyo.
Mukhang naghang.
Explain.
Sorry.
Ang Pangulo, Edipo.
May salot na wari nag-aapoy na dambuhalang lumilingkis sa bayan.
Ikaw ang kaaway mo. Itigay itong palatuntunan. Sa ngalan ng Diyos, maniwala, Edipo.
Hindi ako naniniwalang hindi ito ang pinakamahusay na maaaring gawin ko. Huwag na akong turuan, iginigit pa pangangat ko yung luhaan.
Dahil alam kong mali ka.
Tama ako, alam ko.
Sa tingin mo, hindi sa tingin ko.
Yes. Password Oedipus Rex.
Thank you.
Oedipus Rex. Don't forget, get your tickets, and it will be playing until when, Ron?
Until March 21.
March 21.
March 21.
After that, pagkatapos yan, hindi nyo ba ilalabas yan?
Ngayon po ay nakalabas na siya because even people abroad can access it. Yeah. So maybe special viewings can be requested lalo na kung marami naman. But for our general audiences, until March 21. But of course, this is something that is always new. So pwede naman namin
So I
i-open
hope
ulit
that
for
even
us.
if people miss it on the until March 21, you can still be able to show it to other people even
Yes,
after.
yes, we will. Opo. Yun pa isang beauty ng ng online presentation.
Yes.
It's always fresh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pero guys, while the content is out there, you'd better grab it because nothing lasts
Yes.
forever. Okay?
Yes.
Because
Go.
we
Don't
need
know
you
if
to
you
talk
have,
about
yung
it.
sabi nga nila, di ba? You don't know if you have tomorrow. Oh,
Yeah.
di ba?
And I'd love that your word of mouth will help people know
Yes.
about it further.
Yes.
Parang ganon. So,
Yes,
especially
yes.
Mark and
So-
Mark and Miss Carla. So,
Yes,
sa regions
and
na
we
to, I hope
can
a lot of
promote
people-
it even in our own accounts in our own Facebook. I'll get the
Yes,
I'll get
po.
the poster, I'll get the video,
We
and I
will.
will promote
Apo.
it. We'll promote it on
Apo.
Instagram, we'll promote
Yes.
it in FB,
Apo.
whatever po pinopromote sa MarkyTalk.
Salamat,
Thank you,
Ron.
thank you po.
Salamat,
Thank you.
Ron. It was nice
Salamat,
having
Salamat,
you
for joining
here.
us.
Miss Carla, Mark. Sa ulitin.
Thank
Salamat po.
you. Yes, ulitin. Salamat, Ron. All right.
So,
And we
kabatch mo
still
ba
have-
yun, Direk?
Hindi.
Kabatch
I'm
mo ba si
older.
Ron?
I'm older
You're
than
older?
him. Yeah.
Okay.
He's one of our
Baby
talented.
face ka kasi Direct, like a baby face. Sa grupo natin, lagi parang ikaw yung baby face.
You're just too kind, Carla. You're just too kind.
Diba? Parang you've always been a direct Mark, like that. So parang I can't imagine you old.
And now, Carla, we go
Yes.
to the next event we're going to be talking about. And this time, it includes Carla Martinez herself.
Atin na ito.
Yes.
Diba?
It's time to talk about Kuliglig. So we're going to be
Yes.
bringing up some members of the tama nga ba? Kuliglig na ba tayo?
Yes.
Okay, who is here?
Written by our dear sister and very dear to us, Marisa Tagasa.
Yes, and joining us,
Yes.
Carla, is
Yes.
another cast member aside from you, Kits Ronquillo.
Hi, kids.
Hi, good evening.
Hi,
Hi,
kids.
Direk. Hi,
How-
Carla.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Mukha
Buti
kang hindi
naalala ko na.
Mukha
Dito na
kang
to.
hindi kontrabida at least ngayon, ha? Mukha
No,
kang,
dapat, no? I'll
dignified.
take that for
diba?
Friday.
Dignified ka ngayon.
Dignified
Sige.
tayo ngayon.
So, because they'll be surprised at your role there sa Kuliglig, di ba?
Thank you.
Let's give it a little bit of a background and a context, no? This is already the fifth episode in our series. Pito po ito. We are doing a series of 7 teleplays, all written by Gina Marisa Tagasa, and we kind
Gina
of labeled
Marisa
it
Tagasa.
mga obra ni Gina Marisa Tagasa. Ito po ang
Marisa
panglipa. We do one every month. And for the month of March, we are doing Kuliglig. Okay? And Carla and Kits are
Yes, po.
part of the cast. Tell us a little bit about your character. Ikaw muna, Carla.
Ako ba muna? O sige.
Sige.
Okay. Dito, ang aking character dito is Aling Ising, who actually raised give me the name of the character.
Nora and
Raven
Eman.
ako?
Eman.
No, si Eman. Actually, si Eman. Eman is my nephew. And si Eman kasi medyo, tinatawag natin siyang parang, we wouldn't call him a special child, but if he was an adult, what would you call that, Direk? I mean, if there's a special child, Eman would be what? Special. He is
Yes.
called special. No, he's special because medyo slow yung ang kanyang pag-iisip. So, dahil slow ang pag-iisip niya, wala po siyang mali siya, he's not like other men of his age who think bad of other
Innocent.
people. He's not like that. He's just very innocent. I would even say childlike, not so much
Yes.
of childish, but childlike in so many ways that he's able to
Yes.
contain yung kanyang yung ng bata, innocence of a child, no? Because yun nga nagkasakit siya when he's about 2 years old. Anyway, I will not preempt that because doon makikita nyo we have a very fine, good actor as Eman doing that. And napakagaling. I raised him because my brother passed away, so I raised him as my own. And ang nangyari sa kanya, he fell in love with a teacher. So isipin nyo naman ang disparity nila. A teacher who is so knowledgeable with
Educated.
life and experience, falling in love with a boy man who is so innocent in his ways. So yun.
Ang ganda ng
So,
description mo. Yes. Okay. Kids, how would you describe the character you are playing?
Yeah, in this production I'm playing Amang, I'm the adoptive the main character, si
Naghang yata si
Nora. And character seems to have a very bad turning point somewhere in the past, no? And it shows in the way he treats others, and siguro polar opposite ni Eman. If he's kind and innocent, I'm really malevolent and malicious in the production, and I'm doing everything I can to dominate the people around me, to bring them down under my influence, either by messing with their heads or intimidating them with the way I gaslight them, or with overt violence. So it's really kind of...
Anong trabaho mo dyan, kids? Anong trabaho mo?
Trabaho ko, in the story, he's a retired cop.
Yes.
policeman,
Yes.
a retired
So you can
policeman, no?
imagine
Pero,
where he's coming from, diba?
yeah,
Where you
I'm
can imagine where
imagining
he's
na,
coming from.
it's possible na I don't know, he retired probably, or was retired dishonorably, and that might
Or this, yeah. Or
that
this,
might have contributed.
no?
Yeah,
Kids,
it
is
could have
this
contributed to his ano eh.
probably kids?
Yeah.
Is this the first time you are doing virtual theater?
Virtual theater, yeah, it's my first time. No, I've been doing theater on a formal stage, on experimental stage, pero in front of the camera na yun lang. Yeah, this is my first time to do it this way.
I want to ask you both. Kasi diba Ron is talking about that kanina, Ron Kapinting, no? So I also want to ask you, how is it like to do virtual theater? And for both Carla and Kids, it's your first time to actually join MarkyTalk as an actor, right? Kids, and then I'll ask Carla to also share her experience.
You were correct sa description mo earlier na this feels like a radio drama, because we're limited with our space. We can't really move as much as we want to do, no? And it's hard to intensify the character with our movement. So it has to be delivery lang with the voice, with the eyes, distance sa camera. It's new. It's exciting, and it takes some getting used to. Your audience is that green dot in front of me. Di ba? Parang ang hirap pa rin, no? But it's hard to do. No, it's not hard. Well, there was difficulty in the beginning, pero we usually feed off the reaction of the audience. We know how to go back, add on when we see the audience disconnecting, or if they connect, we go at it some more. So there's really a whole new experience, a whole new way of getting feedback. And when I look at the camera this way, it's hard to see what my co-actors are doing. So I really have to trust the direction of direct na, how about doing it this way? Oh, okay, sige. Because you're the one who can see everything in the backstage. So I can't. So it feels like a movie that I can't actually see my entire performance until I'm done. Kasi I'll be too tunnel visioned looking at the camera. Eh. So I have to feed off the vocals of my fellow actors and relying on what I know from the character sa script. Pero there's a lot missing, but there's also a lot that you fill in using your imagination. And anyway, that's how we get trained as actors naman. We have to use our imagination.
Yes. How about you, Carla? How is it for you?
Siguro for me, direct, this is not not anymore new, since when we started kasi the pandemic, as maybe they don't know, but I'm an acting workshop teacher for Star Magic Workshop. So I've been doing that for 10 years. But when the pandemic hit us and we were still on the classes, we had to continue online. So, and we always have to do scene studies. So aside from being a workshop teacher, many times I am a guest artist of the graduation. So I still am a guest artist in some of the teachers, graduation of their students. So we do a lot of the scenes on online Zoom for the graduation. So medyo sanay kami how to, where we're supposed to do standing up, whether it's a 3 people scene. The most that we can do is 4 people scene, that I mean, no? Kasi okay lang kung monologue. Pero kung 2-3 people scene, we teach actually already the students how we're going to relate. Even as much as, minsan meron kaming, like when I had to do inangyaya or something, or when I have to pass a box, to let's say a child or something. Dapat parehong kulay yung aming box para pag gumanon ako, kukunin rin niya doon.
That's right.
So even that, no, na,
those little challenges.
Hindi na, so it's not anymore something that is very new to me when you asked me to do this, and also because I also did a very short story film. It was a TV film short story that we had to do. And the story revolved about, we were all on ICQ.
Okay.
So lahat naka kasi it revolved on that, na parang walang labas, walang so the couple already getting into each other's nerves as the mother of one of the bida and things like that. Now I was in another house. So it was so I had already, thank God I had that experience na. So it's not something that is really new. But like said, sabi nga ni Kits, it will really bring out, as an actor, it will challenge you. It will challenge you to have newer nuances and ways that you can be effective or affect your scene partner even when it is like this. Kasi iba, nalilimit yung movement mo. So, pati yun, dapat alam mo rin kung ano yung, yung gagawin.
Yeah. So even the instincts, the natural instincts of an actor has to be a little tweaked or retrained, but it's sharpened. Actually, it sharpens you when you do it. Okay. Earlier, we're not done yet with Kuliglig, no, but earlier we asked you to bring in comments that we will find interesting, and you're going to be winning an ebook. I found one. Okay. Toby Anareta Duwag says, nababasa mo, Carla? Can you read this?
Yes. Hi, everyone. I'd rather watch this than the movie claiming to promote mental health, but capitalize on the derogatory word. While I respect the director's artistic license, but the culture that we have is not as ripe to get the message that they meant. Sorry po sa pag-vent. Nag-vent out siya. God bless you all.
Okay.
Thank you, Toby. I mean, that's good for you too. You'd like to hear what was in
honestly, I don't know what movie she was referring to as.
Ano Toby, pala? Yun ang gusto kong anuhin.
Wag na lang natin pag-usapan yon. Pero Toby, magkwentuhan tayo privately. But because of that comment, you win an ebook, which we're gonna be talking about in a short while. So we have one winner. We are giving away 3 books kasi yung pang-apat kay Carla na yun wala nang aagaw nun. So we are looking for 2 more winners. How do you win the book? All you have to do is to type in an interesting comment. Ganun lang po. Okay, and speaking of comments, I'm gonna be bringing in somebody to join our discussion, no? Siya kasing nakita niya ang lahat ng series natin ng mga obra ni Gina Marisa Tagasa. And I wanna ask him, Jeff, join us please. I wanna ask Jeff
Jeff is
Escaros,
here.
what is his, in his
Ikaw na naman, Jeff.
Hello, Miss Carla.
Hi,
Ako
Jeff.
na naman.
Oo.
Sa opinion
It's
mo,
always
Jeff,
nice to see you.
ano ang
Nice to see you.
ano ang pagkakaiba ng Kuliglig compared to the other series we've done on mga obra ni Gina Marisa Tagasa?
Siguro I'll put it this way, no. It has always been yung topic ng ng mga obra ni Gina Marisa Tagasa. It's always about broken people.
Yeah.
Pare-pareho yan lahat, pare-pareho yan.
Yeah.
And then and sa ending makikita natin na napag-uusapan natin kung paano magsusurvive ang isang tao na ganyan, which is alam naman ng mga viewers natin yung parating usapan after. Pero ang maganda kasi sa itong pang-5, pa-improve siya ng pa-improve. Hindi tayo nag-stop na mag-experiment. Marami na tayong bagay if you're going to watch, you can click dun sa YouTube natin or dun sa Facebook natin, makikita mo kung paano nag-start yung MarkyTalk dito sa series na obra ni Gina Marisa Tagasa. Yes.
Ano ang una, Jeff? Ano ang una natin?
What is the first one?
Pamilya Magdangal.
Okay, Pamilya Magdangal.
Dagok, which I was part of, and then Manay Opel, and then Friction, I was part of it too. And then now I'm so excited with Kuliglig. Oh my God. Kasi it makes, what makes it special is because Carla Martinez is part of it. I'm so happy.
Ikaw talaga, Jeff, po. Ikaw talaga, Jeff, po. Grabe ka talaga, Jeff. Sobra ka. Sige na nga, bigay ko na nga yung e-book sa'yo.
Salamat. Yun ang
it's really ayun ang sinasabi nga ni Jeff, no, direct, no. Broken people. That's what the world is so filled with. And many times ang daming mga hindi natin alam o meron tayong, I think that's why sometimes the world has to learn empathy.
Yes.
Because it is so easy to sympathize, but to empathize with people is a totally different way of looking. That's where we teach people, even as actors, is empathy. Is to know what it is to be in the situation of someone, and you just do not stay there. You do something about it.
Yes.
And
if I may
That's what
add,
empathy is about. Yes.
If I may add with what Carla is saying, no? Although totoo, Kuliglig po talks about somebody with mental health challenges, sabihin na natin, no? Or intellectual challenges, an intellectually challenged person. And yet, Gina Marisa Tagasa did not glamorize it. He just told us the story as it is, and even win respect for people who are like that. It does not, diba? Even the people who put them down, apparently, is a device for us to understand them and even
restore.
Gonna stay because she's my co-host for the whole night.
Nag-freeze si Direk.
Naghangba ako, okay.
Okay na. Continue na.
Yes. Kits, before we let you go, Kits, would you like to invite our audience one more time to watch out for Kuliglig?
Yeah.
Kailan tayo, Kits? Kailan tayo, Kits? Kailan?
Sa Friday. March 19, 11 p.m. ang 11 p.m. ang live premiere ng Kuliglig. Please watch our show and the next broadcasts, no? If you can't catch it at 11, catch it right the next day. Pwede naman. So I'll be with my co-actors, including si Miss Carla Martinez, of whom I'm a big fan.
Yes.
Ikaw talaga, Kits. Isa lang yung e-book na binigay sa akin. Maghati na kayo ni Jeff.
Hindi, okay lang. Kasi iba yung feeling na mag-perform ka coming from coming from the point of view na fan ka muna, tapos okay, I'm performing with someone I saw on stage, no? So yeah, it's a nice opportunity. So please do watch. I'll be with my co-actors, sila Kizaya, si Michi, si JV, si Elmer, and Miss Carla Martinez. And did I miss anyone? Yeah. So
we have Kids Ronquillo, Elmer Labella, Kesha Placer, and of course, bakit kulang tayo?
JB
Tama
Events.
yan.
Tama. JB Events.
Si
and
JV.
sila.
Naku, JV. Of course, featuring
Si
JV
JV.
and Mitzi Lau.
Oo.
Si JV Ebesate
Oo.
at si Mitzi Lau. Our main
Main
actors,
characters.
no? Yeah, main
Yeah.
characters, yeah.
Direk, I would like to say din na yung sinabi nyo na she just wrote a story, but the authenticity of the story actually shows you na it's not only si Eman ang may mental health
It's not
issue.
only broken, yeah. Even
That includes Amang and Nora. They have their big flaws that make the story go on. No? As much as, of course, we like to root for the good guy, conflict is what makes the story happen.
That's right.
And also,
it basically writes itself.
Yes. And also, kids, because, sabi natin, just because you are playing Amang, who is also has a very distorted mind, no? Which we don't also know what happened to him. We never judge our character. We don't judge our character because there is always something that has happened to that man, no? Hindi lang naman, ang sabi natin, broken people, maraming broken dito. Kasi even for me as Ising, no? As Aling Ising, I felt very frustrated that I could not help Nora when she asked for my help. You get what I'm trying to say? Because this is in a moment where Nora, diba? We don't want you to preempt, but you have to see this so that also those who are going to be watching, please watch so that you have an open mind, an open heart.
Yes.
No? And of course, we'd love to hear your comments. Direct would love to hear your comments. But even there to show you na talagang the brokenness of so many people like Nora who's been in that predicament, in that abuse for so long, and yet why could not she get out?
Yes.
And directly Nora answered the question na ba't di ka nilang umalis? Which so many people throw that advice around na it's not really so easy to leave a very bad situation.
Jeff?
Direk, ang isa pang idadagdag ko, no? Wow, I'm so thankful na yung mga actors natin dito sa MarkyTalk. Lagi silang ready mag-live.
Yes.
Live natin ginagawa ang reading ng mga obra ni Gina Marisa Tagasa lagi. So, andyan kasama ang kaba, ang stress, pero go lang tayo ng go sa MarkyTalk.
The chosen.
Yes, I'd like to thank my co-actors in this also. Ang galing nyo. It's been a wonderful experience working with all of you. In this Kuliglig, no. And yun nga sabi ko, I'm so glad that even in the times of the pandemic, you can be together and we can work together, no. And it's an opportunity for us to get to know one another, even in such a short time, and hope that it will be a long-running relationship as the years go by.
Yes. Sa uulitin, Miss Carla.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. We still have about 20 more minutes. We're not done yet. Thank you, kids, for joining us.
Yes.
We're going to be talking now. Up next, we're going to be talking about the book, that mystery book that I've been telling you about, plus another virtual theater production coming up. After this video from the female lead of Kuliglig, Mitzi Lau.
Okay.
Ingay na mga kuliglig. Kapasok na. Nariyan po pala kayo. Ano? Kayo rin po ba may mga kuliglig na nais niyong patahimikin? Ako po si Mitzi Lau at inaanyayahan ko po kayong manood ng MarkyTalk presents Kuliglig. Hango sa librong Mga Anino sa Kahon, mga piling dulang pantelebisyon ni Miss Gina Marisa Tagasa. Ngayong 19 ng Marso na po, Opo, tama. Ngayong Biyernes yan, alas 11 ng gabi. Sasamahan po ako ni JV Ebasate, Keats Ronquillo, Elmer Labella, Kezaya Placer at ni Miss Carla Martinez. Sa direksyon ni Direk Mark Aranal, technical support ni Jefferson Escaros at stage manager ni Kezaya Placer. Tara na po, nood na.
Magandang araw po, ako po si JV Bisate. Inaanyayahan ko po kayong manood ng Kuliglig ngayon pong March 19, Friday, 11 p.m. sa MarkyTalk Facebook page. Ang Kuliglig po ay sinulat ng napakagaling na si Binibining Gina Marisa Tagasa at itinireha po ang pagtatanghal na ito ni Sir Mark Aranal. Makakasama ko po ditong ilan sa mga pinaka magagaling na artista ngayon. Kaya huwag niyo pong palampasin. Muli po, Kuliglig, March 19, Friday, 11 p.m. sa MarkyTalk Facebook page. Magandang araw po.
Okay. And Carla, what is that book?
Ibang-iba talaga itsura ni JV, no? Pag hindi siya in character of Eman.
Pag hindi siya in character. Oo nga eh. Baka nga, inisip ko ang Carla.
Iba palang countenance niya, di ba? Pag siya si JV.
Akala ko nga Carla, sabi ko, naku, baka isipin ni Carla, ganyan talaga magsalita si JV.
Hindi.
Paano siya sa
Sabi ko, because I've never really talked to him like that straight. And now I see him like that, oh my gosh, he's straight. You know?
And guwapo, and charming.
He's normal. You know? Magaling si JV. Magaling si JV.
Yes, Carla.
Yes, you were asking, Direk.
It's time to talk about the book. This is the book that we are giving away tonight. It's entitled My Precious Child, How God Answered My Questions About Death. Written by D. Pangilinan. And join us tonight, Carla. Please welcome the author, D. Pangilinan.
Good evening, po.
Hi, Dee.
Good evening,
oh my
po.
God, I'm so
Hello,
excited.
Miss
I'm going to
Carla.
get your
Hi, Direk.
book. I'm so excited. I'm going to get your book.
Thank you. Thank you, po. Thank you, po. Thank you, po.
Question.
Can you hear me?
Yes. I was just very curious, Dee, about the title. When you said, My Precious Child, questions that you ask God about death. Why?
Apa.
Why?
I lost several family members in a not so simple way. Like in 2002, I lost my son through an accident during birth. In 2004, I lost my mom in a fire.
Oh gosh.
In 2012, I had a miscarriage. I think the most normal death would be my father, who died of old age. He was 82 when he passed away. No, sorry, 84 when he passed away. And then my brother naman po died from disease. Complications from diabetes. His kidney had given out. So, basically parang nalunod na po siya. Hindi na nakaya ng dialysis. Hindi na habol. And during those times that those deaths happened, I would ask God questions ranging from what happened, where is my son? Kasi at birth So, Lord, where's my son? And then, mostly po, where is? Because although I became born again Christian when I was 16. Back
16,
in 1984.
you're very young.
That was back in 1984. I was not really able to share the gospel with my family. So there's so much guilt when they passed away. Na Lord, paano to na are they saved? Basically, that was my question. Are they saved? Where is nanay? Where's tatay? Where's kuya? And God gave me answers to those questions. Na, he assured me, the assurance says, na when He promised na, believe in the Lord Jesus Christ and you will be saved, you and your household. He made sure that my parents and my brother had a chance to be saved. He also assured me that my son is with him through visions and also through, but mostly through verses in the Bible. But then he also gave me an extra gift na of a vision na he showed me na he took my son with him. Hindi siya lost in oblivion, ika nga. Ano po. And then there was part po.
Yes or no?
Yes,
Go
Miss
ahead. Go
Carla.
ahead. No, go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
There's also a part in the book where I talked about the time that I almost committed suicide in 1995 and how God
Why?
stopped me.
Why?
Naghalo-halo lang po kasi nga I got born again in 1984. My parents, for some reason, saw that as rebellion. And I couldn't understand because I grew up religious in a religious family. And when I heard the gospel, I thought it was just a logical progression. So to be told that I was being rebellious because I became a born again Christian was really confusing for me. So, nagkaroon kami ng, hindi na nga kami close ng family, lumala pa yung gap. So, there was one time in 1985, it was just a very tiring day. I describe it in the book na for some reason, I was just emotionally drained. I was physically drained. And usually, during that time po, because both my parents work, and then I'm in college, I would, halos hindi na kami nagkikita-kita sa bahay. Usually weekends lang, even if we all lived in the same house. So that day, that particular day, I came home early. And pagpasok ko sa bahay, it was just so quiet na para bang it came home to me how big the gap was between me and my family. And then I just found myself, I got my father's gun, I got a kitchen knife, and I went to my room. And I was actually considering, do I write a suicide note? And then, just as I was thinking that, I saw something. God showed me, it's like clouds. And I heard a voice a voice that say, she's not yours. And then, ang naalala ko po is that scene in the book, Piercing the Darkness by Frank Peretti.
Yes,
where
Yes.
si Sally Beth Rowe was being chased down by the demon, and Captain Tal was saying, she's not yours. She's ours. She's our Lord's. From before time began, parang chosen before the beginning of time, parang ganon. So I was so shocked when I heard that voice na she's not yours. Tapos, and then I was just stunned, and then I was thinking, and then another thought came to mind: suicide is a spirit. And then bigla, sabay-sabay po na the phone rang, the front door opened, and when the phone was ringing, I was thinking, si Earl to, my best friend who became my boyfriend and then my husband. And then and then my mom had come home. So I shared that part also na yung feeling ko noon na why was I willing to commit suicide? I was thinking my job was done. I could no longer share anything with my parents. Lord, pagod na ako. Let me go home to you. Parang yun na, actually yun po ang nasa isip ko when I was thinking of committing suicide. Lord, tapos na yung trabaho ko dito. Uwi na lang ako. So, and I was even, justification ko pa was, the verse na, live is Christ, to die is gain. So, and then I realized, while I was writing the book, that none of us really want to die. If we had a choice, we want to live on. And the temptation to die, to end your life, is not really a desire. It's a temptation. And maraming pinaguhugutan, syempre, like people who do get depressed. We become so vulnerable to that temptation. Especially now po na we can't really hit back when we're being bullied. Hindi ka pwedeng lumaban eh. Parang tatanggapin mo na lang. Hindi ka naman pwedeng makipagbugbugan. Hindi ka mahirap gumanti. So,
Mukhang nag-hang siya
tendency
temporarily,
ang
Carla.
parang
She's still going on. I can hear
sorry.
her. Yeah, I can
okay
hear
po.
her.
So,
Yes, I can hear you.
basically, yun yung thought lang, and I realized that suicide is most probably a spirit that really just wants to steal, kill, and destroy, as Jesus said. So those are the things. One of the things I talk about in the book. But basically, my questions about death.
Dee, really, that book of yours is, for me, is a great inspiration, because it's not just written it's written from your own experience with Jesus. Yet, I mean,
Yes.
this is the
Yes.
difference when we just hear it or
Yes.
we just read it. But when it's an experiential time, it's like a rema. It changes us. When we experience Jesus in moments of our lives, it really changes everything. The way we think, what we decide, what we do, and especially death, because death is something that even if we know where we are going to go and we are assured, but because we are human, the people that we love, it hurts to be physically separated from them, emotionally, psychologically, everything. It's the separation is very hard, and yet it's funny nga because tayo minsan nag-grieve tayo dito. Yun nga, for you the assurance was to know because you were not able to share with them, and yet we know that God, who is so sovereign and who is so gracious, who loves them, knows that God made a way for them, and the guilt is not in you. I mean, the assurance that you can go on, and also knowing that that we here, the people that have gone home. Yung nasasabi ko minsan sa kanila, iyak tayo sa kanila, we grieve for them. Pero sila, ang tuwa na nila, they don't even think yata of us. Because they are so surrounded, with the glorious one, that they don't even think. I mean, I don't think they even can look back and say, kawawa. Yung sabi ko, do you understand, where they are? Kaya even when my husband was dying, I was taking care of him for 2 years, and I was fighting for him to go on. And later on, I told the Lord, Lord, I cannot compete with you. I cannot compete with you. What you're offering him is something. He cannot even live for me and his children to keep going on, because what you're offering him there is so much better.
True.
You know what I mean? Because he's going to be there. He's no longer sick. He's no longer old. You know what I mean? And he's going to be so happy. He's so, he's made whole. I said, and sometimes it's ourselves, it's us, because we're human, that we're connected, and it's so hard. So I think your book is going to be such an inspiration to so many. And thank you for writing it. Dee, thank you for writing it. And I hope that hindi lang po siya maging available sa Amazon. Are they also available in the bookstores? Dee?
Wait. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hindi pa po, I'm still working. Hello po. It's not yet in the bookstores because I'm still working on the layout ng print version. I did everything.
Okay.
That's why it took so long to write, kasi the editing is it's hard to edit something that you write it.
Yeah.
And actually I just saw a mistake now. I was reviewing it and I said pala, you raised Lazarus after 3 days. No, he raised Lazarus after 4 days. So I'm gonna see if I can change it. No.
Siguro, ang hirap siguro din na ikaw lang sumulat, ikaw pa rin nag-edit.
Carla.
Well, actually,
yes, pa.
My daughters helped me, but my daughters and my husband also, they helped, but most of it I did.
Yes. Bago tayo
Correct, you were
magkalimutan.
asking.
We have 2 more winners of the ebook. The first one
Yes.
was Toby and Areta Duwag. And now, let's bring in more
Yes.
comments. Carla, can you read it?
Yes. Can I see that, please? I don't see the comments, direct.
Jeff?
Okay, there you are. This is from Josie Valenciano. It reminds me when my father died, diabetes complicated stroke in a last stage. He can't talk, but he can hear, just falling his tears down when someone encouraging him to be strong at laban lang 12 years ago. I was already here in Hong Kong that time. I felt to myself, no matter what happens, I can't go home to see them in the situation. I gave all my savings to save his life. After 2 weeks from hospital, he left us. And the first, August 1st po, 3 p.m. yun, when my CP sound beep beep, then sabay po may naamoy parang amoy lupa.
Thank you for sharing, Josie. And we have one more winner, Jeff, for the third
One
book.
more.
Another comment, Jeff. Meron pa ba?
Meron pa ba?
Okay, let's give it to Lance Abelion.
Okay, Lance Abelion, grabe po. I am moved by Miss D's story. I admire her endurance in the Lord. Amen.
Okay.
Talaga
So,
po,
congratulations to our 3 winners. Well, 4
Yes.
winners kasi si Carla, no,
Yes!
winner
I'm
na siya. So,
excited.
so the 4 people who will be receiving the ebooks, Carla Martinez, Toby Anareta Duwag, Lance Abelion, and Josie Valenciano, who I believe is watching us from Hong Kong. All you have to do is to send us your email address, and we will be buying the book on Amazon for you and sending it to you as a gift. So please post your email address privately. You don't have to do it on our chat, but do it on markytalkevents@gmail.com. Email us, please, markytalkevents@gmail.com. D.
In behalf of all the winners, maraming salamat po sa Market Talk for this wonderful gift of the Precious Child by D. Pangilinan. D, I am praying that this will not only be available at Amazon, that one day this will be available in the bookstores, not only in the Philippines, but worldwide. That people will be blessed by your experience, and that it will, by reading it, it will cause them to even want to know the Lord and to love Him even more.
D, final words from you?
Thank you, Direct, for letting me talk about the book. And yes, please, I do hope to bless. I know that I was told to write this to bless, pero yun nga, it's my precious child. At the end of the book, I realized that God was also blessing me. He was telling me that I was His precious child. So I hope that as people read this, ma-bless din po sila, ma-comfort sila, especially at this time, the pandemic, na
Yes.
there were a lot of deaths that happened and a lot of grieving that happened. I hope this is my way to give social distancing hugs to people. Hopefully,
Thank you, D.
hopefully it does comfort. It gives comfort. Thank you. Thank you, Direct. Thank you po.
Thank you. You're very
Thank
welcome,
you.
D. And we also want to thank you for blessing us with your time and of course that book. Okay, abangan po ninyo, ipapadala namin yung libro na yon. Okay. Thank you. Good night, D. And as
God
we
bless
move
you,
on,
D.
Good night po.
as we move on to the final section, you one more video for Kuliglig, but we will be talking about another exciting project. This is Ang Daigdig ay isang patak ng luha. But here is Elmer Labella for Kuliglig.
Hey everyone! Ako po si Elmer Labella, inviting you to watch MarkyTalk's dramatic reading entitled Kuliglig! Mula ito sa mga obra ni Gina Marisa Tagasa at kasama sila JV Ibasate, Mitzi Lau, Kits Ronquillo, Kezaya Placer, at si Miss Carla Martinez. directed by Mark Aranal, with the technical support of Jeff C.R.O.S. and stage management by Kazaya Placer. Do watch us live and perform on March 19 this coming Friday night at 11 p.m. via Facebook or YouTube. Tara na po! Kita-kits!
Yes, and now it's time to talk about another virtual theater production here on MarkyTalk. Ang Daigdig ay isang patak ng luha, and joining us is the director Eldrin Veloso and the lead actor Joy Ras. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Eldrin. Good evening, Joy.
Good
Welcome to
evening, safe
MarkyTalk.
evening. Grabe ang energy from start to finish. Consistency, Miss Carla. Talagang, oh my God, ang lively nung discussion. Sayang, akala namin may maabutan pa kaming The Precious Child na libro. Nakuha na pala lahat.
Nakuha na, no? Bale. Bibili ulit si MarkyTalk.
Oo. Sabi nga ni Josie, thank you daw. Thank you
Oy, may
so much for now. Pakibasa nga yung comment ni
Jessie
Josie
Valenciano,
Valenciano.
thank you so much po. As of now, I'm on my second session of chemo. Oh, God bless us all. And please, Direct Mark, continue to pray for me. Please, I really, God in my life and receive
siguro.
totally healing from breast, this must be breast cancer stage 3. Oh,
Yeah.
please, Josie, we are so sorry to hear that. And we just pray for God's healing on you, and for every chemo that you're receiving, I just pray that the effects will be lessened. And we pray for wholeness, divine healing for you, Josie. Don't lose hope. You know, your healer is Jesus Christ.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Carla. Okay, Eldrin, as the director of Ang Daigdig ay isang patak na luha, would you like to tell us about it?
All right. Well, first, I can't take all the directorial credit, Direk. You know that. Direk also helped me in directing Ang Daigdig ay isang patak na luha. So, as the poster said, it's actually originally in English by Alberto S. Florentino, The World is an Apple. And then during those times, it was in the 1950s, patong play na to, no? Alberto Florentino started to translate them into Tagalog back when the Tagalog plays are being staged already, no? So we chose the Tagalog description ng Daigdig ay isang patak na luha. This is, for lack of a better term, I think this is a melodramatic play. So para talaga siyang in a way teleserye put into a stage. So medyo the script is kinda not archaic, but hindi siya modern yung tunog niya. But you would find that the issues, the plots, the characters, and their life stories are very much relevant to today's time.
Yun nakaka-amaze din na parang something written many decades ago, buhay na buhay pa rin for today. Joy, you are playing the lead character of this one. Tell us about your character.
My character is Gloria. It was a challenge because ang dami niyang like shifting ng emotions, and lalo na sa virtual play, ang hirap mag-move and mag-coordinate ng isabay-sabay lahat, like reading, emotions, and like you play with your like angles on screen. So by God's grace, hopefully na ma-surpass lahat ng ng challenges, kumbaga triumphantly. Of course, it is a victorious pero andun pala kami sa sa middle part. So may mga like may dinidil din sa heart. Yan, molding of heart.
At kasama ni Joy ay si Joshua.
Nagtataka nga ako, Direk.
Sige.
Direk, nagtataka lang ako, di ba? The English book was written, The World is an Apple. Tapos nung tinranslate sa Tagalog, ang daigdig ay isang patak ng luha. Parang ang layo ng translation.
That was provided by the writer himself.
Yan nga, di ba?
So,
parang doon lang ako nagtataka, no? Di ba? Parang why, when he said the world is an apple, no? Tapos biglang nung tinagalog, ang daigdig ay isang patak ng luha. Parang, di ba? Parang ang layo. Parang
Oo,
if I wanted to ask him, personally, the writer, bakit
yeah, well,
ibang-iba
if we
yung
could,
title
no?
sa Tagalog? No?
By the way, Carla, this
Because no,
performance,
I just thought of it kasi di ba sa ko, a world
yeah.
is an apple. Pagdating sa Tagalog, ang daigdig ay isang patak ng luha. Para bang, yung bang ibig sabihin ng apple?
Well,
Parang ganun
when I
yun.
was doing, when I was
Pag-
doing at, when I was dubbing director for a telenovela, there was a Spanish phrase that they often say, which el mundo es sueño, el mundo es sueño. Parang uh, the world is a teardrop. Parang
The
ganun.
sueño is
Sueño
sleeping.
sad.
Tama. The world is sleeping. So parang it's often used like that. But in the English translation, they did not say it that way. I cannot exactly remember, but because it's a quotation, parang so they contextualize it. I'm just guessing. It could be something like that. That is the context, no? So I don't know what the world is an apple meant to Tolentino at that time. Pero kung panuuri mo, Carla, maintindihan mo kung bakit. Ito ay naglalaro
What is the story? What is the story about? The
mansanas.
synopsis of it? What
Tungkol
is the
sa
story?
isang mansanas. Eldrin, go. Answer Carla's
Yeah,
question.
actually, I
Eldrin.
also have the same question, Miss Carla. Bakit nga ba daigdig ay isang patak ng luha, no? But I think both the patak ng luha and the apple is a symbolism inside the story. So again,
Yes.
tama si Direct Mike, you have to watch it. But to give you a little bit of background and a teaser probably on why you should watch it.
Yeah.
So this is just 3 characters, but it would represent so many lives in our lifetime right now. It's the story of a man who's because of an apple, nasira yung buhay niya. Parang nagkaroon ng series of unfortunate events
Very
because
well
of an
said.
apple. So that's why
So,
probably the world is an apple. Because
Yeah.
of that apple, doon nagkaroon ng problema and how it will unfold differently. So the lead characters are played by Joy and Joshua. They are couple. They are mag-asawa, no? And si Joshua, yun nga, their lives would intertwine and unravel negatively or badly siguro just because of that apple.
Because of an
Why?
apple.
Because
You'll
of an
have to
apple.
see it.
But why? You have to see it.
Alam mo, Eldrin,
Parang
bilib
Snow
ako sa'yo,
White.
ha? Bilib ako sa'yo, Eldrin, ha? How you can describe it without giving spoilers. If I gave, if I were
If
to
it was
answer,
direct would have told him the whole story.
if I were to answer Carla's story, baka ang dami ko ng spoiler na nasabi.
It's hard not to tell the story itself because sobrang
Siguro,
relatable siya.
Siguro just say that because of an apple, everything started. Lahat because of that apple.
Yes.
Pat, kinagat niya?
Yes.
Kinagat niya?
We'll never know.
Panoorin mo, Carla.
Ano yan, Snow White?
Baka.
Kinagat niya. So, at least it will titillate our audiences and make them think what really happened to that apple.
Yeah.
Baka hindi na bumili ng mansanas yan sa market, ha? Gagawa mo.
At saka that would also give you an idea how fragile the situation is na dahil lang sa mansanas, ang daming nangyari sa buhay nila. So you have to really watch out. No?
Pero palagay ko, Carla, tataas pa nga ang sellability ng mansanas pagkatapos niya ng panoorin.
Pwede, di ba? Kasi it's
Joy?
either, where do they want it to go? Eh, Joy, kausapin natin si Joy. Tanungin natin si Joy paano niya tinakal yung character niya.
Sige, Joy.
As Gloria.
Relatable kasi siya kasi about marriage, about like couples.
Were you happily married?
No po.
Hindi.
Kumbaga,
okay.
Like sa mga nagsasama sa like in a house, ganun. Kumbaga, relatable siyang yun talaga yung attack ng enemy yung couples. Kumbaga, dun nag-uumpisa yung attack niya sa couples, then destroying the family. Kumbaga, basic unit. So, relatable siya. Kumbaga, I feel like almost all could relate kasi even you're Christian or not, yun yung attack ng enemy. So, dito makikita yung mga how did they decide on what road to take, ganon. So,
Galing din ni Joy. Thank you,
Galing.
Joy. At wala
Galing.
kang binigay na
That's
spoiler.
good, Joy.
Inaabangan ko
That's
baka may
good. No.
spoiler si Joy.
That's good,
Walang
diba?
spoiler.
Ako, magbibigay ako ng isang spoiler. I am very
Sige.
fortunate to work with three of the most hardworking and talented actors in MarkyTalk and in online performance. So Joy, Joshua, and Adrian, kahit na to lang sila, punong-puno nila yung eksena, punong-puno nila yung play with the levels. Hindi lang siya basta reading. We know this is a stage reading, but they perform their lives off.
Yes.
Sobrang binuhos nila yung puso nila. So I think that's something that you also need to watch out for.
Yes.
So when are they going to watch this, Eldred?
Okay,
When
Joy,
is this going to be?
Pakiimbitahan
Joy,
sila lahat.
pakipromote. Imbitahan mo sila.
yes, March 23 na po, 2021. Martes 11 ng midnight. Ayun. So please watch.
Ang daigdig
So
ay
everybody,
isang
Ang daigdig
patak ng
ay
luha.
isang
ang daigdig ay isang patak, hindi po kagat ha. Isa po, ang daigdig ay isang patak ng luha.
And by the way, this performance is made possible by special arrangement with the family, the heirs of the late Alberto Tolentino. So we have special permission to do this, and the family is
Florentino.
excited. The Florentino family
Florentino
is.
po, si Florentino.
What did I say, Tolentino?
Oo. Sorry,
Sinabi
makailangan
niyo,
yun direct.
Okay lang yun, direct.
Alberto Florentino.
Florentino. Yes.
Yes. And the family is actually happy and honored na binubuhay natin ang mga sinulat ng kanilang ama. Yan. Okay. So, a few more, wag na kayong umalis kasi kayo ng last guest ko eh. Magtatapos na po tayo sa MarkyTalk, magpapaalam na tayo. Just a few announcements. Okay. Kung hindi pa po ninyo alam, every morning, meron tayong devotional reading. Every morning, 6 o'clock, sa MarkyTalk events on YouTube, we have a 2 to 3 minute devotional reading. Every morning po yan, without fail. So check it out. You can subscribe to our MarkyTalk Events YouTube channel, and then you will be able to receive it. If you fail to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, that's okay too. The devotion will be there anytime after it has been out. You can even go back and check it out. What do we call it? MarkyTalk Dreams, devotional readings, and meditations. Every Sunday, we have MarkyTalk Hope, hour of prayer and encouragement. At 10:30 in the evening, pinapanalangin po natin ang bansa at maging kayo po ang aming mga minamahal na manonood. At bahagi po sa, siguro Carla, by now, halata mo na ang hilig-hilig namin sa acronym, yan. At meron po tayong series na ginagawa na tinatawag nating MarkyTalk Stamp. Ano po ang Stamp? Seminars, trainings, and mentoring programs. And part of this, we are offering priority management. This is a wonderful seminar by Mariel Tablan. This Saturday na po ito, Saturday morning at 10 o'clock to 12 noon, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. If you are interested to attend priority management seminar, let us know and we will give you a private link that will give you access to it. Ano pa? Aside from yung kuliglig at ang daigdig ay isang patak ng luha, mayroon po tayong 4 na pagtatanghal na hinahanda. Not just 1, not just 2, but 4. The Essence of His Death, ang bagong dating, love songs for the Lenten season, and we have a special SPAM. SPAM stands for Sketches, Poems, and Monologues that will be focusing on the resurrection of Christ. One more, we're doing a special feature on Hazel Maranan, the artist and the mentor, and we will be doing an actual, a real-life mentoring situation para po itong masterclass on air with musical theater artist Hazel Maranan. By the way, Hazel Maranan was the alternate of Monique Wilson in Ang Mabining Mandirigma. Okay, so there you go. So yun po ang
Hindi
ating
masyadong
mga...
busy yung MarkyTalk na yun. Wala masyadong ginagawa.
Hindi masyadong masipag, ganon.
Maraming salamat,
Ewan ko
Carla,
sa inyo, pero
for being
natatanong
my
ako,
co-host
malakas
for
ba yung ulan
tonight.
sa inyo dyan ngayon? Kasi malakas pong ulan namin dito.
Ay, oo nga, now that I think, medyo
It's
malakas.
raining really hard.
Mamaya may mga kuliglig.
Oo, mga kuliglig. Walang kuliglig kasi umuulan, di ba? So,
Ay,
but
tama,
anyway,
tama.
thank you so much, Direk, for inviting me to be your co-host. Maraming salamat.
Thank
Muna,
you.
hindi ko makita yung ano. Ano pa bang ating mga pinapromote? Kay Eldrin, kay Joy, sino pa ba? Yung ating kuliglig, don't forget, please watch us on Friday, March 19, 11 p.m. So, magkita-kita po tayo lahat doon. And ano pa ba? Ano pa i-promote natin? And then, please continue to just get into the FB, MarkyTalk on FB so you can see. Diba? Correct, Direct? Tama yun?
Tama.
Just go into the MarkyTalk on FB so you can see all the lineup. Oh, nandyan si Jeff. Jeff.
Hello!
Tama. Sige, recap lang, no? Ano po ang mga pwede nyong mapanood? Oedipus Rex is ongoing. Kuliglig is on Friday. Okay, Friday ang
Chancel,
Kuliglig.
Philippines. Chancel, Repertory, Philippines also.
Tama. Ito po ay end of March. Wala pa pong specific date. Abangan ninyo. At ang DAIGDIG ay sa Martes, March 23.
Yes,
and of
please
course,
watch that. Ang DAIGDIG ay isang patak ng luha.
check out My Precious Child, available on Amazon.com.
And then
Do you know
direct,
how much
ito
it is
pa,
on Amazon,
March
Direct?
26 to ha. Hazel Maranan is March 26.
Malapit na rin pala. Next week, Hazel will be joining us next week to talk about her masterclass. So every Wednesday, meron po tayong update on what's happening online, not just for MarkyTalk, but even other online content, because we want you to be inspired, to learn, to be entertained, and to be blessed. Thank you. In behalf of Carla, Jeff, Eldrin, and Joyce.
Maraming
Good night,
salamat.
everyone.
Thank you.
With the video invitation of Mitzi Lau, just to invite us to to Kuliglig.
Ingay na mga kuliglig. Kapasok na. Nariyan po pala kayo. Ano? Kayo rin po ba may mga kuliglig na nais niyong patahimikin? Ako po si Mitzi Lau at inaanyayahan ko po kayong manood ng MarkyTalk presents Kuliglig. Hango sa librong Mga Anino sa Kahon, mga piling dulang pantelebisyon ni Miss Gina Marisa Tagasa. Ngayong 19 ng Marso na po. Opo, tama. Ngayong Biyernes yan, alas 11 ng gabi. Sasamahan po ako ni JV Ebasate, Keats Ronquillo, Elmer Labella, Kezaya Placer at ni Miss Carla Martinez. Sa direksyon ni Direk Mark Arenal, technical support ni Jefferson C.R.O.S. at stage manager ni Kezaya Placer. Tara na po, nood na.